the very first step in making the birdhouse, at least putting the pieces together, will be to glue two boards together so that we get a board that's wide enough to actually make the wide pieces of the birdhouse. To do that, we're going to use bar clamps. You will need 4 bar clamps. Have 2 of them set out on your table so that when you put the boards on them, they are within about 8 inches of the end. You'll also need 2 more set off to the side because we're going to put those on top to help balance the pressure so the boards don't spring out. Okay, what we're going to do now, we're going to put a good coating of glue on this. This edge has been previously jointed so that the edge is nice and straight and smooth. Now, when we put this glue on, you want to use a good exterior glue, especially if you think there's any chance that you'll be putting this birdhouse outside. If you know you're going to use it indoors, just a regular wood glue will work fine. We're going to smear the glue around, trying not to let it get all over the face of the boards. We are going to plane it, but it's better on the cutters on the planer if they don't get glue all the time. Smooth that glue out. Make sure you get a good coating. If it's good and thick on one side, you don't have to put glue on the second side. If it is not very thick, if it's quite thin, then you'll probably want to put another coating of glue on the other side. Okay, we're going to lay those boards down next to each other. Line up the ends, and you close the clamps by squeezing the little silver things here and pushing them in the direction you want to go. You want to make sure that your clamp heads are retracted so you don't run out of screw before you get the thing done. Okay, I'm going to close both ends here. Okay, now the number one trick is to make sure that you get the boards perfectly level. Now sometimes they're different thickness, so you'll have to adjust to that. But if they're pretty close to the same thickness, you want this top level to be very smooth. Okay? You're going to squeeze until you see some glue oozing out and until it's tight enough that it's not going to go anywhere. Once you have the first one clamped, then you'll want to get one of your extra clamps, open it up, and set it across the top, spaced in such a way that your third clamp can go here and then your fourth clamp out on the end. Now, my boards are a little bit crooked, so I've got to make sure, be very careful to get my surfaces even. They won't be perfect, but you want to get them as close as you possibly can. Get that clamp set all the way down on it, and then squeeze it down. You should get glue oozing out. If you don't, when you're squeezing, then you know you didn't put enough glue on it. Take your third clamp, open it up, space it evenly on there, and do the exact same thing, adjusting the level of your board. Now, if you're doing this in class, obviously, you will probably want to have somebody help you and put in 3 or 4, especially if you have longer clamps, 3 or 4 separate boards, and glue them all at the same time. That will take some coordination. So we squeeze that down tight, and then we come down here to the end one and squeeze that one down tight. Now the clamps on top will keep the boards from popping out, especially if you keep them flat on the board. Double check them, make sure that they're all nice and snug, and you are done with this. When the board's dry, you're going to take a scraper and you're going to scrape the glue off of both sides, hang the clamps back up, obviously, scrape those, and then we'll take them down to the planer.